the mushroom biome in Minecraft is really boring. So with Minecraft's 16 different colors, I'll bring some color to this biome. We first need to figure out what colorful blocks there even are in Minecraft. So there's all the wools, there's concrete, terracotta, glazed terracotta, and glass. So now we just need to collect all of them. But there's a lot of them. So where do I actually start? I think now is a good time for a game plan. We have 3 different phases to our game plan. Phase 1 is building all the farms to get the different blocks, like a dye farm, wool farm, and sand farm. So let's start with probably the most important farm of them all, the dye farm, because that's sort of like the foundation of all our future farms. I guess the best place to build it would be in a flower biome. I think that might be good here actually. So we're looking for a spot in a flower forest where these 2 flowers spawn, because we can't get blue and light gray dye any other way. Alright, let's see. So if we get the blue flower, we know this works. This needs to be grass. Okay. No. I just realized that I can't be in a meadow. I have to be in a flower forest. So this whole time it's been useless. Alright, let's find a flower forest. That looks promising. I found it. Wait, did we? Yep. Alright, this place is good. Right here. Alright, let's see. Perfect. Uh-oh. Why are we only getting the blue ones? So remember, I need to find a place that has both the blue and these flowers spawning.
I'm only seeing blue here.
Yeah, wait.
There
should be these. We're just gonna... Perfect. So those are the 2 flowers we need. Now let's build up the flower farm. So to do that, we have to fill up a few shulker boxes full of sand. But first, we need to upgrade my shovel. Okay, I need efficiency 5. That's better. Now we can go mining. So now that we've gathered the sand and turned it into glass, I'll explain a little about this farm. So this part of the dye farm works because in a flower forest, there's a pattern to how the flowers will spawn. They'll always spawn in the same spot if bone mealed. So if we build a platform that has the flowers we need spawning on it, then turn that into like a farm, we can now get every dye that we need. So now that you know how it works, let's build it. Perfect, done. So the plan for this area is that I'm gonna put all of the dye farms in this one area here. So we're basically gonna expand up from here. So these are all the colors that we need to make, and I can produce every one apart from these 5 colors here, but we can just combine 2 colors that we can already make to make those. So we can produce everything right here. So now we'll work on getting most of these colors now. So if we get 2 tall flowers and we bone meal it, we get another flower, which we can then use to turn into the dye. That will be my plan for all the colors. All right, let's start with the 4 easy ones, which are pink, magenta, yellow, and red. So to make one of these, I can place dirt there, and then I can place the flower there. Now if we bone meal this, we get an extra flower. Perfect. So now that's red done. Next we'll do yellow over here, which is the same as red. Yellow done. Now we'll do pink and magenta. So now those are the 4 easiest colors done, because all we need to do, get bone meal onto these dispensers and then hook it up to a clock, and it just gives us the flower. So we might as well set up this clock system now, and boom. There we go. So now we just need to make these automatically refill with bone meal, and that's done. Next up, we'll work on lime dye. This one works by bone mealing a sea pickle, which will then spread onto nearby coral blocks. So we need to go find some sea pickles and some coral blocks. Alright, let's see. Sea pickle. Sea pickle. Perfect. It died. So I only brought the bare minimum back to the dye farm, and because they died, sea pickles could no longer spawn on it. So I had to travel the 2,000 blocks back to the coral reef, get more coral, and then build up the water around it before placing the coral. Okay, this should work. Let's fill these all up with bone meal and see if it actually works or not. Oh, it works. Alright, let's turn on this clock, and we should see everything fall into here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's sea pickle? I'm not seeing any sea pickles. All the other colors work. I know there's sea pickle. We're fine. Alright, so 5 colors work. I have to make sure this dye farm is efficient because it allows me to create everything else in this video, like this terracotta farm and even this castle. So far, we've got pink, magenta, purple. We've got blue, lime, yellow, orange, red, brown, and light grey. And that's it. So next up, we'll work on green. And for green, what we'll do is we'll just add a cactus farm on top of this farm. And that's green done. There we go, cactus farm's done. Well, our cactus-less cactus farm. But as this produces cactus, I'll add it to the farm. And then it should look like this. So now we've nearly finished. All we really need to do is be able to give this thing bone meal now. So right at the very top, we'll build ourselves a simple little bone meal farm, which will power this entire farm. This moss farm will also be giving us white dye, which is the last dye we need to make. All the other colors we don't have, like cyan, uses white and another color in the crafting menu to be made. To make this moss farm, we need to turn 17 pistons into sticky pistons, and I don't have a single slime ball, so we need to try and get slime somehow. Okay, this is a mangrove, which is great for slime. Now I just need to wait for night and kill some slimes. Why are there so many of you? Right, whoa! I'm just gonna leave them. Why are there no slimes? Does it have to be a full moon? What does the moon have to be doing? Aha, there's one. So we've got one slime ball. And now it's day. One slime. I couldn't be bothered waiting till night again, so I just searched through Riley's house and took some slime blocks. Then got back to finishing the moss farm. That should be the entire farm complete. So all I have to do is put some bone meal in there, and now it should auto-fill itself. By turning this on, it should activate this. These should all get composted. And then we should see some bone meal pop out here fairly soon. There we go. And then this drops down to here, where it should go around this loop and filling up all of our single flower farms. Once all of these are completely full, it will then drop down into here, where it will then fill up our lowest flower farm. And then once that's done, it will go back up, and then it will go into our white chest. So that's our white dye. I built the item sorters for the farm, making the dye farm finished. But one of the problems with it, for cactus, we need to smelt it. For sea pickles, we also need to smelt it. So we need to smelt quite a lot. So let's build a super smelter. One of the materials to build the super smelter is powered rails. Okay, rails. How do we make rails? Oh, wow. Okay, that's quite expensive. Me doing this is probably really triggering to other members on the server, because raw gold is our currency. So by me smelting it, I'm essentially just losing money. I'm assuming that won't be enough gold, so I'll quickly go to the nether and mine some. Ooh, no. Oh. Okay, 31, that should possibly be more. So I need just over 3 stacks of rails. Well, we need a lot more gold. Wow. That might be enough now. Let's see. Wow. That's like nothing. Holy moly, these are expensive. We should finally have enough. More than enough. Perfect. Then we headed to where we're going to build the smelter. We need like 2 stacks and a little bit of powered rails. We didn't even need 3. So now we need to get ourselves 13 slime blocks. Last time I was only able to get 1 slime ball. We need 9 slime balls for 1 slime block. And I can't go steal any more from Riley because he doesn't have any left. Full moon, which is ideal. Wait, is that full? I think that's full. Oh, slime. But luckily, Tinser came and saved the day. Please go show him some love for saving us. Hello?
How's it going?
Oh my, amazing.
Yeah.
That saves me a lot of time. The only other block I didn't already have was an amethyst cluster, so we got that. Alright, how do I get this? Can I just mine it? Oh, I can. Well, that was easy. Might as well get a few. Alright, let's get out of here now. Alright, now that we've got most of the materials, we might as well build the super smelter. So the smelter's done, but for some reason I need to add 26 flint and steel into a barrel, so I guess we're gonna do that. I don't know why. Don't know what it does, but bang. Alright, done. Alright, let's test this. So to get fuel, we need to turn off this, which is this one. No, that did virtually nothing. We need to turn off this one. That also did nothing. Okay, so that loads it into there, but how does fuel get into the There's no fuel. How do I get fuel? Fuel. I flick this. Oh! Oh no. Everything just broke off. Oh no. Where has all my items gone? Did I just straight up get burned? Surely not. Did they go in here? I'm going to assume that they just got burned. Oh no. Oh wait, what? There they are. Alright, let's try this again. So, I flick this. Oh, it stays. Oh. Ooh. Okay. So now we can easily get every single color on a mass scale, even black. There's no farm here, but if we come to this nether portal, we go through this portal, we go through this portal, go through yet another portal. Uh-oh, we have a small little wither rose farm. So wither roses give you black dye, so I just need AFK here. Right, so now that we've got all the dyes, which are the base to every block we're going to be producing, we might as well start working on producing the blocks. And I reckon the first easiest one will be wool. So let's get all the materials we need for a wool farm. But I might as well try and put as many of these farms in this area as we can. So let's expand this platform a little bit more. Perfect, just like that. So there we go, the wool farm's done. So with the wools now done, that's another block off our list. Now we're going to tackle the second hardest one to get, which is the concrete stuff. So we'll start off by building a bartering farm, because to craft concrete, we need gravel and sand. Gravel is dropped from piglins, and for the sand, well, we'll talk about that later. So we'll build the bartering farm just on the other side of this portal, I reckon. So this is in a soul sand biome, soul sand valley, which it is. We can build ourselves a bartering farm like right here with a gold farm connected to it. I have no idea why, but at the time I thought piglins spawned in soul sand valleys. They don't, if you didn't know. This definitely won't come back and hurt me in the future. Anyway, on maps time. So I've got the bulk of the bartering farm done. We just now need to do one of the harder tasks, putting 24 piglins into here. I don't even know how to start doing this. So if I get some trap doors, if I place them like that, they should in theory try and jump in there if I stand up there, right? Ah, so if I build a platform of netherrack, then people should spawn up here, right? Wait a second, can piglins even spawn in soul sand valleys? No, they cannot. Well, this is all useless. Now if we just go up, they should start spawning, right? Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Do these guys burn? Please burn. Ooh. Oh yes, there's a few. Come here. Yes, I need to name tag these guys. Are they name tagged? They are. You name tag, good. Come with me. Ooh. Where's the other guy? Down there still. Yes, 2 in. Okay, 22 more to go. Come here. Ow. Oh my god, I hate working with these guys. Let's name tag you. Ow. Oh. They're literally just spawn camping me now. They're actually spawn camping me. Name tag. Name tag. So now the farm's done. We load up our gold into here. We turn on the clock, which should dispense stuff into them. But of course we don't have any gold, so we're not going to be able to dispense anything. And then they throw it and it gets into this item stream where it will get pushed across all these hoppers and then sorted. We don't have any gold, so time to make a gold farm. The gold farm we'll be building is going to use a bunch of magma and glass, but before we get those, we need to get some turtle eggs. So if we get some seagrass, no, how do I get seagrass? Wait, what? Do I need shears? Surely not. Oh wow, you do. If we breed these two, they should hopefully give us some eggs. I'm seeing a lack of eggs. Oh, there we go. Yoink. Mine. Thank you. Goodbye. Then we tested the super smelter by smelting 20 stacks of sand. Is that it done? Really not. Oh wow. So super smelter works pretty good. Then we had to get some magma. This is going to be so much fun. Ooh. That took like actually a really long time to get all this magma. That means we have everything to build it. Let's just quickly build this thing up. So, I just finished the farm. And I was like, why is there no mobs spawning? And I remembered this little fact that, see that right there? Yeah, they don't spawn in that biome. They do spawn in this one, which is like 20 blocks away. So, I have to take down this whole farm and then put it back up again a few blocks over. So stupid. There we go, it actually works now. So we don't need a lot of gold, so this doesn't need to be huge. We just need enough to be able to supply our bartering farm over here. Mostly for the one gravel that we need. Now that we have a supply of gravel, we now need to get a supply of sand. And normally we would use dupers, but we aren't allowing that this season. So instead, we installed the carpet mod, which lets husks drop sand. So, all we have to do is make a husk farm. This was going to be a fairly large farm, so I met up with Average to build it. What do we need? We need a lot of...
We're gonna need redstone, we're gonna need quartz.
Oh my, those pistons. Oh, the observers. Oh. I bet we start with the easy ones, like the slabs and trapdoors. But before being able to get all the materials, we first had to find a desert temple. The way this farm works is that husks can spawn in the bounding box of a desert temple. So if we strip away the desert temple and replace it with a farm, we can get lots of husks. Found one, but someone's built on it. Apparently, it's in here somewhere. Oh, found it. Alright, how do I get over there? It's basically fully under.
It's buried.
Do we take this one?
All right. How many shovels you have?
Actually, why don't we just raid this while we're here? Oh, diamonds.
What happened if I shoot that?
Test.
Oh, you really want to die?
Wait, I don't have like
you
blast
need
protection. Now that we've found the temple to use, it was material collecting time. I started by getting all the soul sand. Then, once I finished, I came over to help Average get 25,000 pieces of wood for all the trapdoors and slabs. We should have enough, I think. Next up, redstone. A lot of redstone. How much stone is in the recipe? Oh, it's 4. Oh no. Oh,
Observer is 6.
oh,
I think Kai got a cobblestone farm, doesn't he?
like an automatic one. Is that it? That looks like it. Oh my god. Yep. Okay. We're just gonna... I'm sure he won't be watching my video. I'm sure I can just take some of that. Do you want to craft up 7 stacks plus 38 observers? And I will craft up 420 pistons. We started by getting rid of everything. Then we built the farm layer by layer. It's done. How do we test? It is night, so...
Well, we want to go up.
So is that going to work really well or not at all?
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. We're about to find out.
So we should see them fall to the bottom, eh?
Yeah.
I see at least... Oh, there's 2 under the farm. Okay,
Oh,
3, 4. 4 might not seem like a lot, but this was a huge success. When we were building this, we didn't even know if it would spawn anything. Now, we just have to work on a killing area for all the husks. We thought it would be best to build it above the farm so we don't have to spawn-proof a big area. Hey, it's not much that we need to light up. It's not bad.
Yeah. It feels good.
I guess start with the surface and then work our way down.
The good part is it's not allowed down.
Yeah.
Oh my grief. Don't go under that farm.
Ooh. Well.
I was trying to go to sleep because the bed is there.
One whole side is done. Is that everything lit up? Apart from underground?
It feels that way.
Yeah, we need to go underground. Oh, that's all water to be fair. Oh, there's that. Yeah. After lighting up the last cave, the area was fully done. Now all we had to do was the killing chamber. Our first problem was that we had to move all the husks into a small area. So our plan was to push them into a 2x1 bubble elevator. Oh, there's a lot of everything. Wow, we successfully pushed all the mobs to where the elevator would be going. Now we just had to build that.
Oh man, I am so happy with this right now. You have no idea.
Yeah, that's a lot of mobs as well.
Oh, don't fall in.
Are you activating it now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to get him off there.
Oh,
Are you
no.
okay?
You should turn it off. Look how many there are. There's so many. I might as well mend my pickaxe. Well, there's this many mobs.
Good. Oh, that's a good idea. You're a genius.
Prop 4 should be able to keep me alive, right? I'm not gonna drown. No, I'm gonna drown. Oh. Ow. Oh, no. Oh, I'm back at spawn as well. Are they going? Are they going? Look how well this farm turned out. Well, all except this. Well, we'll just lower that slightly. That's not too big of a deal, but I guess that works reasonably well. So now we have potentially the hardest block to do, terracotta. So the way how we get terracotta is we first need to get dirt, then we need to turn the dirt into mud, and then that mud into clay, and then that clay into terracotta. That's quite a big process, which require quite big farms. So we need to expand this platform more. Perfect. So now we can build the new farms over here. We'll start off by making a dirt to mud to clay converter, which is actually not too difficult. It just requires a lot of dripstone. Let's go find ourselves a dripstone cave, try and get some. This looks pretty good. This looks very good. Wow. Hello. So what we need to do, mine lots of these. That should be enough. Next up, we need to collect some wood to put the dripstone on and a reasonable amount of piston. Ooh, 140 pistons. We need to go mining for some more redstone. I think I should have enough pistons. I need more wood. Why does redstone require so much wood? It's nuts. Like, how much trees have I had to mine? Oh my goodness. This is getting up there. 8,700. Because of all these storage systems and hoppers. I should have really made a tree farm. That should have been one of the things I made. Oh well. Now that we have everything we need, we might as well build it. Alright, so I think it's done. But now I need to place the TNT in, so if this explodes, then that is truly unfortunate. Okay. Okay, so now the way we activate it is we put a block here. Perfect. And then that should blow up without blowing everything up. Okay, it works. Good. So the way this farm works starts here. You place dirt in this spot, a water bottle then gets dispensed and turns into mud, then that mud gets pushed down a piston conveyor belt while getting dried out by the dripstone, turning into clay. Once it reaches the end, it blows up. So to complete this farm, we need to fill it with dirt, basically. And I've done a little bit of looking online, and every dirt farm is either terrible or absolutely massive. And if I build this small one, which is terrible, it's just quicker if I go mine like a hill over there. But if I build the absolutely massive one, it's going to take so much effort. So this is only used for terracotta, and not many people are going to use terracotta, so I'm just going to mine some dirt by hand and call it a day. That should be good enough. But if this video gets 200 likes, I will build the biggest dirt farm I can find on stream. So, because we're not building the dirt farm, that now makes phase 1 complete. Now on to phase 2, we need to collect a shulker box full of every block we're going to be selling apart from terracottas. Not many people buy them. So what do I mean by not many people are going to buy them? Well, the way how I'm bringing color to the mushroom biome is by building a shop. Because it's on the block breaking SMP, other members will be able to buy the colorful blocks from there and bring color to the world. So let's go collect these blocks. Let's start with the simple ones, like wool. All we gotta do is AFK for like overnight and that should be done. So I'll be back here in about 12 hours. Alright, so it's the next morning. We didn't actually get that much wool, but another night and then we'll get what we need. But what I did do is I left our dye farm on. So, okay, not a lot of pig, decent amount of cactus. A lot of seed pickles. A lot of red. I'm assuming there's none of this yet. We might as well start smelting all of these seed pickles. Good thing we have a super smelter. Now we might as well convert all of our flowers into dye. So that's not actually a bad amount of pink dye. So now if I go get some shulker boxes, if we color code them, we can then start putting all the wool into the shulkers and then we'll know when we've finished a block. But while I'm waiting for that, I reckon we get the next easiest one done, which will be glass. So, all we gotta do is fill up one row of all of these shulkers with glass, well, with sand to start with, and then bring them back to our super smelter. Let's hope this doesn't take too long. I don't think it should, but you never know. We're at the sand farm. Average has made a few improvements like a roof and a little bit easier to turn the farm on. But let's get these all filled up. So the sand farm is actually fairly efficient. This is a really good XP farm, like surprisingly good. So we put all them in there. They should get dispensed out and we'll just keep filling this with sand. Just a lot of sand. Uh-oh. That didn't just break the farm, did it? Okay, it severely stuffed up the timing. Oh no. It did, in fact, just break the farm. Oh no, oh no. Oh no! No, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. This is a slight problem. I think these went like that, and then there. And then if I just put this guy back. Okay, let's try this again. Please tell me I fixed it. Okay, I think we're safe. Okay, we're fine. It works. So now we've got all the different colored glasses. There's one block done. We've nearly got all of our wools. Next up, we'll do concrete. So for concrete, we need gravel and sand. Fairly easy to get sand. It's the gravel that's the problem. So what we need to do is get it from our piglins up there. And we can get them fairly quickly. We just need some gold. So, time to AFK the gold farm. So, I've been up here for like 10 hours or so. Let's see what kind of loot we have. Okay. Okay. Ah. 3 double chests. That's pretty not very good. Oh, I just can't really expect too much with a little farm. Oh, wow. We did not get a lot. Maybe a slightly bigger gold farm would have been more helpful. But that doesn't really matter. It all comes down to this. We'll put all them in there and we'll turn this on. Now we just need to get as much gravel from these guys as we can. That's out of gold. And we were only able to fill up like 3 shulkers. We're gonna need a bigger farm. Because this would have been my 3rd time building a gold farm, I couldn't be bothered taking down this one. So I built a magma cube farm, got tons of magma blocks, and built a much better gold farm. I officially hate gold farms now. This farm's now finished and it should be significantly better. Now they should all fall in there. Start getting entity crammed. But this works significantly better. So much faster. Now I'll just AFK here until we can hopefully get all of our gravel that we need. Alright, so it's been 3 hours. It actually hasn't been that long. And let's see how much we've got. So that is full. That's half full. I'm assuming every other chest is like that? Yeah. Alright, so this farm is already significantly better. Let's see how much gravel we can now go get. Wow, okay. That is very efficient. Let's go load this up into the bartering farm. Now we just gotta wait for this to unload and then we'll see how much gravel we end up with. Alright, so we've now ran out of gold. Let's see how much gravel we have. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, not a lot. Yeah. So, I'll spend another few hours AFK up there, and then these should be full of gravel, and then we should deal with the sand, and then that's all of concrete finished. After AFKing at the gold farm, I crafted up all the concrete. So now we've got all of the glass done, all of the wool is done, and all the concrete's done. So, now we've got that last one, and the most annoying one to get, terracotta. So, we need to fill this machine up with dirt. Let's go mining for a bit. Let's see, to use this, I think I can just like put a block here. No, block. No. How do I, why are these not turning to them back up in here? What? What? This machine isn't working. I watched a YouTube video and now I think I fixed the problem. Yeah. Oh! It does. After basically 3 hours of converting this to clay, this thing's really slow. I was not expecting it to be that slow. We have a decent amount of clay. So from that we got 4 and a bit shulkers. Now from here, we need to smelt them all, which should turn them into terracotta, right? Alright, so now they've all smelted. So now we just need to split these 5 shulker boxes up evenly. So now there's 8 stacks of each color, and then we'll have the leftovers can be for sale. So 4 stacks of normal terracotta. I don't think many people will be buying terracotta, so this shouldn't be too bad. If people need, I guess they can just like DM me or something. Or if we get 200 likes on this video, then we're going to have a very efficient dirt farm, so all this won't really be too bad to get. Magenta glazed terracotta, what a nice looking block. So with that is all the blocks collected, which now means we can actually start the fun stuff. So if we fly over to the shopping district. Oh yeah, and a lot has been built since I was last here, because it's taken me that long to get all these materials. If you want to see what these builds are, go check out the other people's videos. But we will set up over here, I reckon. So, I don't know why these are all floating, but I'm going to leave them like that. So the plan for the shop is pretty simple. Build a castle on top of a hill, and it has to be big enough to store all the blocks. So, because I know this castle is going to require a lot of stone, or cobblestone or something, we might as well make a cobblestone generator. They're really easy to build, so we might as well do it now. Probably the hardest thing to get will be all the chests that we need, so time to go mine even more wood. We've mined 9,600 wood. Wow. So we built up a fairly basic cobblestone farm. Alright, so now this should be done, and if I place this, it doesn't explode. Very good start. If I pull this lever, the farm should activate and not blow itself up. Oh. Why is it going so fast? Why is it going so fast? Stop, 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 stop. Alright, that is good, but too quick. Okay, how do I slow this down? After figuring out how to slow it down, the farm was done, and we could start building the castle. We start by working on the hill that the castle was going to be on. It's not huge, but it's not small. Like, it's a pretty decent sized hill. Did a big cliff on the back. I don't think it looks terrible. We've got this little cave here that we could do something with in the future. So we'll start off by creating sort of like a little plan with just stone, where you need to have at least a room for every block that we're selling. Let's start at the top and work our way down. So we'll start with a main area like that big, I reckon. We can have a second room like that. Something like that for our main part of the castle. So there'll be like a main part here, little secondary part there. Entrance will go somewhere here. Have another room there. Now just need to work out the smaller parts and like where walls would go and stuff. So I reckon something like this layout should be good. We'll have a upper level and there'll be 3 sort of main parts, and then they'll go quite high. We collected 3 shulkers full of stone bricks, stone and cobblestone. So it should hopefully be enough for most of the walls. I then collected all the other materials we would be needing. So now we're just going to place all of these shulker boxes into a building. So enjoy this very big time lapse. Thank you to my singular Patreon for supporting me. If you want to download this castle, it's available on Patreon. So, after like 5 hours of building, it's finished. But even though this is going to sell all the colorful blocks, I've gone for a very like bland colored choice. But that's to contrast what the store actually is. So coming up here, we're going to have sort of the main area, which is in through here. And then we'll have one shop in here. Then coming around to this side, we'll have another shop in here. And then in the main area, we'll have probably a shop tucked into here. And then I want to use the height in here, so we'll probably have another shop like up there somewhere. So it should be big enough for all of our blocks that we need to sell. I reckon that's kind of cool, because my first ever YouTube series, I built this castle in 19 episodes. And then this one, we've now built in a single episode. So that's quite a lot of progress. So now that the exterior done, the only thing that we really have left to do, but arguably an even bigger task, is to do the interior. So to not make this too annoying for myself, I'll do this like room by room. So I'll start with this room. First up, we need to collect a whole bunch of materials. After another huge material gathering, we had enough to start the interior. So now, I've filled up all of these shulkers with different blocks. And now we need to place them in the interior. We'll start off in this room, and we'll make this the terracotta shop. So it'll sell the normal terracotta, and the glazed terracotta all in here. Let's start by getting a floor in place so I can actually walk without falling down. Perfect, so something like this. Now we'll add in walls to make this thing not look disgusting. So something like this, I think looks half decent. So we'll put a big shelf here. We'll put all the terracottas. So a shelf like this. So if we put item frames on all these barrels, we can then put all the different terracottas inside each barrel. So for example, let's say this middle one here could be pink terracotta, and we could put the pink terracotta block on the outside like that. So now I just got to decorate the rest of the room and fit in the glazed terracotta somewhere. Right, so this room's done. I think it turned out half decent. So we'll have glazed terracotta in all of these chests here. So now that one room is done, we might as well do, I reckon, down here, because this place is really bland. So we'll make this place come to life a little bit more. And there we go. I reckon this adds quite a lot of life, because I found this trick with hanging signs, and it just makes the area look so much more lively and colorful. What I'll do now is I'll finish the rest of the inside, including inside here, which is going to be a big challenge because look at the shape of it, it's a mess. And I will be back. Now the castle interior is finished. Inside the castle, there's a little game where you have to find all of the overworld saplings. Yeah, so they're just hidden throughout the castle, minus mangrove, because that's not technically a sapling. The last thing we have to do is to actually fill this thing up. I think we got all the glass ones yet, so we'll go fill out the glass shop first. This is going to be painful, actually. We moved all the glass into the barrels and chests. Next, we'll do what we have with the walls. We finished the wool and started putting the concrete in place. Look at that at night. It's all lit up. I reckon that looks pretty cool. That's all of concrete done. Alright, so now all we gotta do is go get all the ones for the terracotta shop, and terracotta's all stocked up. So with that, phase 3 is complete. And the castle is ready to sell some blocks. We built 7 different farms, cut down thousands of trees, all so that now this castle will be able to provide all the colours to the mushroom biome. This was by far my biggest build I've ever done, so I hope you enjoyed.